On February 28th, a truck driver lost control of his vehicle while driving along Hampstead Road in Manningham in central Adelaide. The incident caused significant damage to a bus stop and the front fences of several homes. According to the driver's company, DTL Timbers, the incident occurred because the driver suffered a medical episode as he was driving. The 31-year-old sustained only a cut to his head and was taken to the Royal Adelaide Hospital, where he underwent mandatory drug and alcohol testing.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning on a busy suburban street, and a B-double truck begins drifting into the bike lane. Within seconds, it mounts the footpath, charging through a road sign and a light pole. Barrelling through an intersection, it then wipes out a bus shelter, fences and trees, just stopping short of a house. The entire terrifying event captured on Paul Brackley's car dash cam.
Completely lost control and he was coming right into me, so I put my foot on the accelerator to get away, started crashing into things, and I then immediately pulled up, and then I ran back and helped the guy out of the truck.
The truck driver, a 31-year-old man from New South Wales, was slumped over in the front seat.
He had blood on his face, but he looked okay apart from that.
The driver was taken to hospital, telling Paul he'd just fainted at the wheel, explaining why the runaway rig showed little sign of slowing for so heart-stoppingly long. 4 days later, and residents are still faced with a massive clean-up here, but it all could have been much worse.
Miraculous, no one was killed. Miraculous.
Welcome back to the High Impact Flicks channel. Stay tuned, we got more coming up for you. This video is brought to you by the censorship-hating crew over at Virtual Shield VPN. If you want to hide your activity and location from your internet service provider, hackers, and government spies, set it and forget it. Virtual Shield has you covered. If you think you have the right to remain private, click the link below and get your free trial plus 20% off with my code. If you find this video beneficial and informative, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and subscribe to the channel. Speaking on Ben Shapiro's show, Tucker Carlson says that he's for capitalism, but if he were president, he would institute controls to keep technology, specifically self-driving trucks, from entering the trucking industry in order to preserve the jobs of high school educated truck drivers and the lives of their families.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 23-year-olds with 4-year college degrees and like initiative who aren't smoking weed every day, if they can't make enough to buy a car, much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Well,
you should not be surprised.
I agree to a certain extent. I think that the question is when the pedal hits the metal. Like you talk in the book about technology and how it's shifting and taking away jobs from folks. Yes. And you make specific reference to truck driving and the fact that there are going to be these automated cars on the roads. So would you, Tucker Carlson, be in favor of restrictions on the ability of trucking companies to use this sort of technology specifically to, sort of artificially maintain the number of jobs that are available in the trucking industry?
Are you joking? In a second. In a second. In other words, if I were president, when I say to DOT, to Department of Transportation, we're not letting driverless trucks on the road, period. Why? Really simple. Driving for a living is the single most common job for high school educated men in this country, in all 50 states. By the way, that's the same group whose wages have gone down by 11% over the past 30 years. The social cost of eliminating their jobs in a 10-year span, 5-year span, 30-year span is so high that it's not sustainable. So the greater good is protecting your citizens from, look, capitalism is the best economic system I can think of, I think that anyone's ever thought of. But that doesn't mean that it's a religion and everything about it is good.
No, but
there's no Nicene Creed of capitalism that I have to buy into. What I care about is living in a country where, decent people can live happy lives, actually. And so, no, I would say immediately, no, are you joking? And I maybe would make up some pretext for public consumption, like, oh, they're dangerous. The technology is not quite finessed. No. But the truth would be, I don't want to put 10 million men out of work because you're going to have 10 million dead families, and the cascading effect from that will wreck your country.
It's fascinating to me that you're so willing to restrict technology in this particular area, not because it's not a justifiable policy.
Not willing.
Eager to.
Thrilled
to
do that.
What's the limiting principle? Because obviously, jobs are lost in industries through creative destruction and have been for the entire time the free market has existed. Right? I mean, wheelwrights lost their jobs when the automobile was created. What's to prevent this principle that you're speaking of from just becoming Ludditism? That technology is destroying jobs.
Well, I don't think
Ludditism
is insane. I mean, there were massive costs to the Industrial Revolution.
But you say you're a fan of capitalism and development. We wouldn't have all the cool stuff we have, right? I mean,
look, I'm for capitalism. I'm for machines.
Right.
You know, they all but guarantee I'll live way longer than my great-grandparents. I get it. I'm for machines, okay? I'm just saying that there was a cost. Half the world was enslaved for 70 years under Bolshevism because those countries didn't manage, I would argue, the transition from an agrarian economy into an industrial one. That's what that was, okay? So we're on the cusp of a completely transformative revolution, as or more transformative as the Industrial Revolution, and no one is trying to take control of it at all or figure out how to channel these forces into an outcome that we want to live with realistically. And because they're not, you're going to see reactions, and you're already seeing reactions against this stuff that are flat out extreme. So the model, again, is Teddy Roosevelt, who was a capitalist, a patriot, a man of deep faith. He was not anti-business, and yet he restrained American businesses. He broke them up and was hated for doing it in the service of a higher goal, which was a stable, happy country where the traditions could be preserved. If he didn't do that, you know, there's no telling like what would have happened to the wobbly, you know, the IWW or whatever. We could have gone in a totally different direction.
What do you guys think about that? Is it the right way to go to stifle technology in order to maintain jobs artificially? Biden was asked a question on the 17th of whether he and his family had received money from China. This is how he responded.
Any reaction to House GOP's memo about your family dealings, sir? Any reaction to House GOP's new memo about your family dealings, sir? Family dealings. Yes, you're revealing that Hunter Biden's business associate sent over $1 million to 3 of your family members. Any reactions to that report?
Not true. Do you have any reaction to the Russian jet that took down the U.S. drone, Mr. President?
Drag is holy. There has been an assault on the rights of drag performers in this country, and we must call out the hypocrisy and the injustice. Jesus called himself a mother hen longing to gather up her chicks. Gender is a construct, you see. And if Jesus can be a mother hen, then you can dress in drag. I've even heard it said that Jesus was, and humanity is, God in drag. So let me say this again for those of you in the back. Drag is holy.
When the string lines up with the 45, you got a level line.
What? No way. Fuck's sake. Here we go. Okay, so I need a square. I need a level. There is a little notch. Huh. Alright. This will come in fairly handy, like if you forget your level on a job. So we got our chalk line. Let's do it. It goes right in the notch. Like right there. Let's try. Okay, so I got it. Set it to 45. And we make our mark. Now we gotta check it with the level. I don't know if I believe this source, but we put that on there. Level with it. What? No way. It's there. Fuck.
So I put 10,000 into the bank. They take my 10,000 and they go get 100,000. They borrow it from the Fed window. They get 10 times the amount of our deposits that we put into the bank. They then get 10 times the amount. They then take that 10 times the amount and they put it into treasury bonds or something else that's going to give them a yield of 7% or 6%. While they pay us what? 0.0000 nothing percent. Right. And then what happens? We get hip to it and say, hey, Mr. Silicon Valley Bank, can I have my money back? Oh, we don't have it right now. I want my money back. I don't have it. Everybody, I want my money back. Give us our money back. Hold on, we got to go sell the treasury bonds that we invested in that now are upside down because the rates are through the roof. And I don't have your money. So what has to happen to their Ponzi scheme that I would have went to jail if I did that? They get bailed out. Mr. Biden comes up and says, oh, we're going to print more money. I wonder why he's going to print more money. To devalue your dollar even more. Because guess what they're doing next to you? They're going to centralize banking. They're going to own crypto. They're going to regulate everything to be digital. So this is the first step to doing it. And they're going to own us. We got to wake up because that's what's happening. And next, there's a war going to go on between China or between Russia, and we're right in the middle. Right? And then you look at these companies like BlackRock. Does anybody ever hear of BlackRock? Or Vanguard? Oh, how coincidental. Since 9/11, you own everything. You own everything. You own Pfizer. You own Moderna. Just coincidentally, but we don't know who the hell you are. You're never on TV. But you own Apple. You own Facebook. So you own everybody's identities, all everybody's information. You own Smith & Wesson. You own manufacturers of guns. We're going to war. It just seems you're everywhere at the right time to make all the money. And you're the biggest company in the world, but you're never on the news. We never hear about you. Yeah, man, we got serious problems.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so already, check out the store. We've got brand new designs that you can put on any shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. Subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com, and I will see you in the next video.